Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Tomorrow we play Juventus Manchester City to decide who will be first in the group and then understanding who will be our opponent from the other group. We have a few things to speak about, you see it, and the latest day we are speaking about Mercato because it's really heating up, even if Comoli is here in Orlando and not in Italy, but is really working hard. So I have some news. I will tell you a bit also what the planning is today. I will tell you a bit what I did tomorrow, but first we start with everything that is here on that list. So Ciao Juventini of the world. Again, I hope you're all doing well. I'm here in Orlando. I will just show you a bit the beautiful place where I am, sixth floor, where you see here the little swimming pool. I don't want to film too much the swimming pool for privacy reasons, but here I am. So if you didn't yet, please put a maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because now we start. We start with the first news, the predicted lineups by Gianluca Di Marzio. Not that Gianluca is always right with predicted lineups. I prefer to wait for the ones of Giovanni Albanese usually, but the first ones are out. And what do we learn? That there is one change. Di Gregorio into the goal. We have a Kalulu, Savona, and Kelly. Gatti is not yet at 100%. That's what we actually predicted yesterday when we were speaking about it. So it should be the same three defenders. In the middle of the field, Alberto Costa on the right side, Locatelli, and that's the newness in the starting 11 because he fully recovered. We also saw him having more minutes than Federico Gatti. So Locatelli starting, and he will also have that armband, and Thuram next to him with Cambiaso on the left. So the player that should actually start on the bench this time, that was not on the bench and was starting in the last two games, was and is Weston McKennie. Up front, we have Conceição, that yesterday didn't train with the team, but he will join the group again today. Next to him, Kenan Yildiz after the fantastic performance against Vidal. Up front, we continue with Kolo Muani. So one change, which means that Tudor doesn't care about the potential yellow cards because there are 5 players at risk. You know that if you have 2 yellow cards in the group stages, you will miss the round of 16. The 5 players that are at risk for Juve are Gatti, but then we have 4 players that are starting potentially: Cambiaso, McKennie, Thuram, and Conceição. No, actually, McKennie is not starting in the predicted lineup. So 3 players that are starting: Conceição, Thuram, Cambiaso. Is he right? Is it not right to play all these players immediately? Looks like he's sending another message. We don't care. We go, we play, we try to have that first spot. Then will we succeed in it or not? I don't know. I didn't watch the 2 games of City, just a bit of the first game of City, so I cannot tell you how informed they are or not. But that's what Tudor wants to do. Now, going to Mercato, a lot of people told me, Beppe, what about Leoni? Do we have some updates about Leoni? And until yesterday we didn't, so I couldn't give you an update. I couldn't tell you about that young defender from Parma. Now Juventus, they send again a message to Parma to say we are here. The discussion started with Inter, that at the moment is not in an advanced stage. Milan is on the player as well, and Juve wanted to say, guys, we are still here. Of course, Parma, Cherubini, if they let the player go, it's for a lot of money. They understood that the player has a lot of potential. They understood that the player is asked and has already some requests because it will be one of the future strongest defenders of Italy. Cherubini is not stupid. So if you want the player now, you pay a lot. Then can we find an arrangement to have the player for in season 26-27, letting him one more year at Parma with a bit less in terms of cash that you are putting on the table? Could be, but would that be interesting for Juve now? I am not sure, because it's not that we have that much of liquidity. Then if we win the FIFA Club World Cup and we are rich suddenly, I don't know. So Leoni, for the people that were asking for an update, we didn't give up. Vlahovic Milan, the track that was quite hot in the recent days, upon request of Max Allegri, is decreasing not because of the value of the player in terms of the transfer value, but more because of the salary. Dusan, we know it, and will go towards a 12 million euro per season. Doesn't want to decrease too much, probably a bit. So Milan Vlahovic is really nearly a no-go, which is problematic if it's a player that needs to leave, because Juve, they cannot advance in strikers before having the 100% agreement of Dusan Vlahovic. The fear, of course, is that if Dusan is not fast enough, Looks like we are waiting for Colomoni after the World Cup to understand the situation we are in, and maybe not permanently sign Colomoni, because we all believe that Colomoni is a done deal. But I think that Dusan Vlahovic will have a word to say on that one. You will tell me, Beppe, but Colomoni is a not done deal. Yeah, but don't forget that we are really strong on Jonathan David. In the last 2 days, we're speaking a lot about him. We found an agreement with him, 6 million euro plus a bit of bonus, 1 or 2 million euro a season. The contract, every detail is done except of the bonus at the signature that they are still discussing with the entourage. Some people are even saying that all in all the requests are going up to 30 million euro for entourage and player that they are requesting in Juventus. They absolutely don't want to do that, because otherwise you go for another player. So they are trying to negotiate much lower. The player wants to come to Juve because he's refusing the Turkish destinations, the Saudi destination. He really wants to go to Juve at the moment. So at today, Juventus is really advanced, but also it will depend on what the entourage is saying. And my fear, I tell you, is that Jonathan David is saying, okay, I come to Juve. We sign him, Dusan Vlahovic doesn't leave, and then we cannot go with Dusan plus Jonathan David plus Colomoni. So that's something that we really need to pay attention for. But today I feel that it's a hot day, and not only because I am in Orlando. Speaking about Šeško, you remember Šeško, Gyökeres, Osimhen, you will tell me all of that. If people are still dreaming about Gyökeres, know that today Šeško, he was following Arsenal on Instagram, which means maybe that they go for him and not for Gyökeres, leaving the Swedish player on the market. Will Juventus come back in the next 2 days? At the moment, it doesn't look like that, but boo, oh, you never know. Sancho. Today there could be a lot of talks for Sancho. Bring him to Juve. I told you, and the value, the transfer market value is not that high, but the salary, 15 million euro, is really a lot for a player that I really like. Juventus, they will try to find a formula. Today it looks like they will talk with Manchester United to unlock it. And what I told you yesterday, between the group stages and the knockout stages, Juventus, I think, from what I feel, from what I see, that Juventus, they want also to go already with one, if not two already new players that they can already pump here in the team to reinforce ourselves. Pay attention also to the players that are on loan with Juve. Conceição, that yes, he will play today. Yes, he's still trying to convince. I have no idea what to think about that one. And then I want to finish with a Wea that is not convinced about the Nottingham Forest situation. I told you, yes, we heard the offer. We didn't hear Juventus accepting it. We didn't hear the players accepting it. So I believe it was a lot of drama. Correctly, because the prices were absolutely ridiculous. At least what they were offering us. But before we agree on that, calma. What else do I want to say? That yesterday I was able again to meet the players in the face-to-face. I met a lot of them. I made some content as well with Kalulu, with Thuram, Kenan Yildiz. By the way, if you are here, look at that, the signature of Kenan Yildiz. I will not tattoo it, guys. You know how much I love Kenan. But I don't tattoo any players on my body, because you never know in life, you know. So I would not do it for Alex Del Piero. I don't do it for Kenan. So no tattoo, but I was so happy. What a fantastic guy. What a fantastic guy. Him, Rui, Adzic, Cambiaso. I need to say the players, Weston McKennie, the players were top with the fans. Bravo, bravo, bravo. I even had the opportunity to give a Ciao Juventini of the World t-shirt to Vasilia. That was beautiful. Yesterday I had the opportunity to meet some friends that I was so happy to meet. Farad from Turin Giants that you watched in the video of yesterday, but also my dearest friend, my number one friend from online, which is Martina, with her husband Jose, with Sofia, the baby, and so many people from here from Florida. Guys, it's just beautiful. I can't wait to tell you all my journey in detail, but I have so much to share. Sometimes I really think that I'm annoying, that it's too much, because of course you want to hear about Juve and not about Beppe in America. But if you want, I can tell you everything, because there is so much that happened. Like, for example, this morning I met Arsène Wenger. On that one, I hope you enjoy the videos, that you put a maximum of like, that you didn't forget to subscribe. Grazie, forza, Juve. Ciao.